Live on YouTube, live on YouTube, live on YouTube. Hey, it's Cheryl Shauna, AK Sunshine Murray. How you guys doing? I'm live on YouTube, live on YouTube, live on YouTube. I want to give a shout out to YouTube. Thank you for allowing me and so many others to have a platform. This is a new channel. Subscribe to the channel. Come on, hit that like button. Tonight, we're talking about just briefly how to avoid conflicts. How to avoid conflicts. So it's a lot that goes on with conflicts. There's words like triggers. So I'm just going to break it down. You know how I like to break it down, just simplify. So you can use it in everyday life and in everyday tools. Okay, so there's words like emotions, there's words like egos, there's words like debates, there's words like situations, but we're just going to sum this all up until you understand real quickly, real simply. So, first thing we need to do is talk about, because we're getting right into this, what is conflict? What is conflict? Conflict is a disagreement. It's something that's it's just incompatible. It's a variance. It's just a clash. It does not work. It's just a conflict. It could be an argument. It could be a situation at work. It could be a situation at home. It could be a situation in a relationship. It's just a conflict, and its conflicts arises daily, every day. But what I'm going to do is quickly give you some tools to utilize. Practice makes perfect. So, not saying that I have perfected the tool of avoiding conflict, but it's definitely some self work. But you need to recognize how to avoid conflict. First thing you need to do is analyze the conflict. Now, we have minor conflicts, we have real serious conflicts. So, we're talking about minor conflicts now, like in conversations, in situations. Some people in customer service have really bad attitudes, and it causes you to have a conflict when you're just getting food, or in customer service when you're trying to get services. So we have minor conflicts and we have major conflicts. And what I would say for major conflicts, if there's something dealing with like criminal situations, definitely you need to take that to the authorities to resolve those type of conflicts. And if there's something about civil and it's something that you can't come to an agreement about, that's definitely something that would be in civil court, small claims court, or civil. So today we're just talking about minor conflicts like arguments, debates, just conflicts. All right. So first you need to analyze the conflict. Analyzing the conflict is saying, okay, I have a conflict. What is this conflict about? Is it serious? Is it enough for me to get upset? Is it worth it even being a conflict? Like I said, we have major conflicts and minor conflicts, okay? And is this just the argument that we're having, or is this something that's repeated, or is this a type of behavior that somebody is having and we're just tired of this type of behavior? So we could definitely talk this through. Once you analyze the conflict and see that the conflict is not that serious. For example, it could be a situation to where you could be in a store. This is just an example. When someone steps on your shoe, you can be very angry. They're the your fresh new white Air Forces or something like that, and somebody just steps on your shoe. They don't say excuse me. They're very rude. They don't care that they stepped on your shoe. They thinking about what they got to do for the day. That poses a conflict that would make you want to say, hey, you stepped on my shoe. What's up? You didn't say excuse me. But take the time out. You know that if you address this person, that there's going to be a conflict, and this person just wanted to make a conflict because they've been conflicted all day long. Should you be conflicted all day long, or is it your pride about your shoe, or is it just a point? Analyze the conflict. They stepped on my shoe, they went on about their business. That's kind of hard for me to do. You didn't even say excuse me. You don't know the code out here. What's up? We need to talk or something like that. Analyzing the conflict, you know what? I'm gonna let that person go head on. They're conflicted in their day. I don't want to be conflicted, passing confliction all day as I go along. So that's how you analyze the conflict. That is just a simple example pertaining to a situation that I just made up, like stepping on a shoe or something. But the second thing you could do is, once you analyze the conflict, see it's not that serious. The second thing you need to immediately do is make the choice to get over it. You're going to get over it because nothing is worth you running up your blood pressure, being conflicted. Yes, running up your blood pressure, having your mind conflicted, your feelings all out of sorts over something that you just analyzed is not even that serious. Like I said, we're talking about minor conflicts, because when you don't ignore the conflict, it turns into fight, stabbing, shootings, even fatal situations at some point. So this is how you stop all that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are dramatized, and it leads into traumatization. Okay, so after we are emotional human beings, we have rights. Not saying that everybody should step on our shoe or per se or get over it, but we have to start finding solutions in our mind. Okay, so take out that example for stepping on someone's shoe. Let's think of another example as far as finding solutions using these tactics and to utilize as life tools. First, if you're arguing with someone or someone is arguing with you, or you can see an argument coming on, you could just be quiet. You can analyze the conflict. They may have said something that may have hurt you, or they may be saying something you don't agree with, but you know that this is going to lead into a conflict, or a certain action that a family member or a friend or coworker might do, and they want to lead it into a conflict so that they can say that you're the one that's conflicted. So you can analyze the conflict, you can hurry up, get over it, be dead to the situation. Don't let it make sense of being. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let it be in your being, your sense of being. Okay. You're going to quickly find solutions. So if you are in a situation and you are seeing yourself, here's this argument coming again, here's this active energy, rushy energy, all type of energy that's going on. If I'm ordering food from you, I don't need you to rush me and act like my order is not important, something like this. Or if I'm taking my time, just rushy energy or attitude energy, even in the lines of customer service, you could just find solutions. Finding solutions would be like, hey, I don't want this person to take my order. I could use someone else. Okay, I could go somewhere else. Or just be like, hey, I am just here to order food. The best solution would be for you to do is your job and take the order, or your job to give me the good customer service that I need. And the way you find a solution is not by wanting to fight. This is when you have to be a leader in a situation. You will have to then take over the situation in a respectable manner and just set everybody correctly in their roles. This is finding a solution. The solution is for me as a customer to have respect whatever services I'm offering, and give you respect, and you're supposed to give me good customer service. The solution would be to talk it out so you can identify the solutions I need to take my time to order. I don't know what's here. I need help finding this. Let's identify the solutions, come upon an agreement, and this is how you analyze, and this is how you avoid conflict. Now, those are just steps. Those are steps. It's just the steps, but it's a process in those steps. It's feelings in those steps. It's emotions in those steps. It's not easy to do, and it makes it sound like you're compromising, but what you're doing is you're starting your life off once and for all to have peace and no conflict, to just a straight out avoid conflict. Okay, being incompatible, having clashes. Sometimes if we just be quiet and watch the situation, and if it's just it could be all type of situations. I have different codes that I use. I call some people time stealers, and these are the people that will call you on the phone talking absolutely about nothing at all. Okay. um it does causes a conflict. The conflict in this is you have wasted your time talking about nothing at all for hours, and now you're behind on some duties or some work that you needed to do, and that caused conflict in your mind. Conflict comes in so many ways. It doesn't have to come just with you arguing with someone. It could become from some decisions that you made earlier in the day just to stay on the phone and talk to a time stealer. Now, so much is going on with conflict and conflict resolution and avoiding conflict. And sometimes in some situations, you can't avoid conflict because some people are so conflicted that their confliction just spreads out over the place. So we got all of this stuff we're talking about in the news with Will Smith and Jada and Chris Rock and Tony Rock, and everybody's coming all out of the woodwork with their ideas and their opinions and their ideologies. Okay, it's all conflicted. It's all just straight confliction. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. It's so many different views. It's so many different people saying, "Hey, I'm with Will Smith. Hey, I'm with Chris Rock. Hey, no one defended Chris. Defended Chris. Hey, Will Smith was in the right." It's so many conflicting ideologies, so many conflicting beliefs that this causes people to have conflicting arguments, conflicting beliefs. It causes you to get in your feelings, and once you've done that, this can last for minutes, hours, days at a time. Just one situation that happened with someone, with a man that physically slapped another man. You have, is it limitations to physical abuse? Is it limitations to mental abuse? It's so many conflicting questions going on. It's just sometimes you cannot escape confliction, and it's in the world. It's going on in the world. I've seen personal situations, and I've watched viral, we call it viral topic videos over here with people having these conflicting situations. And I know people personally who have had some serious conflicting situations. I have a friend who just was fired from their job. um Her nickname by her supervisor was called Big Booty. Okay. It caused a conflict with her at work because everybody on the line was, of course, calling her nickname Big Booty. And her supervisor nicknamed her Big Booty. So one day, She called me. She was like, oh, I just feel so uncomfortable. I went to work today, and my supervisor said that he wished his wife hadn't sent him to work like this with, no sex, because it's causing him to be here, feeling that type of way around her, and she got this big booty. So what she wanted to do was avoid conflict. So she went to first of all tell the main supervisor. First of all, she went to change to get another transition to another department. She wanted to keep her job. She didn't want to be conflicted with this. She didn't want this conflict. She didn't ask for this conflict. Okay, so she wanted to avoid this conflict, or avoid losing her job, or avoid being conflicted with trying to find employment. This is her supervisor that she's telling on. Like, she was conflicted. She was saying, who is they're gonna believe if I go to someone. So she went to the main supervisor. She put in a transfer for another department, and she was awarded that transfer. But before she got there, she found herself with her union rep, her supervisor, and his supervisor, and she found herself on her way home, conflicted. She was fired for being tardy once 3 months ago. She didn't even have any write-ups or anything. So it was a conflicting situation. It was conflict. And sometimes you can't avoid conflict because people are just, they're just conflicted. They just have a lot of confusion going on, a lot of conflict going on in relationships, at work, and that's what they keep up. So the way to honestly do that, I know I said some things you can't not avoid conflicting people, but the way to avoid conflicting people is to stay clear away from them. She lost her job. She has another job now, thank goodness. At the time, she was had to pay her property taxes. Her property taxes was behind. Her car note, it was so conflicting. You never know how somebody feels unless you're going through that. And she wanted to avoid the conflict of not being able to pay her taxes, not being able to pay her car note, not having employment. Okay? So if you're in a relationship and it's always confliction, just analyze the conflict, see if it's something really, really worth being conflicted about. If somebody's being rude, saying things to you, get over it. For you, not for them. Find a solution. Like, I ain't got to be around this person no more ever again. Or look, hey, if you talk to me like that again, I got to blah blah blah. Identify the solutions between you. Did I do something to make you upset, to say this or whatever? Come to some type of agreement not to ever do that again, because nobody wants to deal with conflict. But when it's in a situation with the employer, what are you to do? So in that case, the only thing that you could do is, there's laws made for employee sexual harassment, and so you would have to seek an attorney. You can't continue the conflict and go and beat them up, go up to the job, because some people have taken it that far, and they've said, okay, I feel conflicted. They put this conflict on me. We're in conflict. I'm going up here, and it is what it is. I'm going to beat them up or cause serious harm or danger. Okay, so now this brings me to something that was very important last week, and I'm going to do a follow up on this young lady. I need to go through my followers list and the people that I'm following to seek her out to see how her week went or her day went. So last week I decided to go live on my TikTok, and it's Cheryl's channel on TikTok. Follow me and I'll follow you back. I'm with the BFE community, Big Friend Big Friend Energy Community with Risking and Black Magic and a bunch of lovely people over there at the Big Friend Energy Community BFE spot over there on TikTok. It's a lot going on with them. Go over to BFE community.com. They have their own website. But anyway, I was on my TikTok live, and it was the first time I went on my live because I was just trying to figure out how it goes and everything. And I was talking to, I didn't know how old this person was, but this person was like, "Hey, I got to go to school tomorrow and have a fight. Do you have any advice?" And the first thing I said to do is, "What? You got to go to school tomorrow and have a fight. Do I have any advice, huh?" Now, we all know that when people react out of fear, they react out of fear. She was in fear. She had constantly been getting bullied. She did not know if she was constantly getting bullied. She just needed advice. So I realized that this young lady was 15 years old. And I asked her, did her parents know that she was going to school to fight tomorrow? But what I could do was read between the lines. And between the lines, she was basically letting me know that the young lady she was going to fight tomorrow does have weapons, guns, knives, or whatever. And if you think that children don't take guns and weapons to school out of fear, they take them to school out of fear. Okay? They do. Seriously. All right. So I told her, you need to talk to your parents and really let them know that you feel uncomfortable going to school tomorrow. You don't want to face conflict with this young lady, and go and let the school know that you don't feel safe, because she could go to a fight. She could hurt someone out of fear, taking a knife, taking something to protect herself, and the young lady could hurt her. So I need to follow up on that young lady. I told her, don't go to school tomorrow. I don't know what type of situations that your parents are living in. If you could stay at home if they have to work or anything like that, but definitely try to communicate and talk to your parents tomorrow before you go to school. You don't just go to school just to fight. I had people on a live that was like, "Oh, you turning her into you know, a chump or whatever, let her go on and fight." I was like, you don't know what this person who know that's going, they got an appointment to fight these days. We making appointments to fight these days, and you don't know what the other person brought to school. So it's so much going on in this day and age. I don't suggest that people go and meeting up for fights. We just had the dangerous twins go meeting up for a fight, and didn't a young lady get shot and someone else got shot and they was going for a fight? These young kids is carrying firearms these days. Okay. So and in some places and cities it's legal for them to carry them. So I wouldn't recommend someone that's arguing with someone, that has beef with someone, to go know they have an appointment and go to the fight. Okay, so I'm going to check on that young lady. We need to protect our youth better. We need to watch what our children doing. I don't know where the parents is at. Can't control the children. I don't know. We need to learn how to bring this conflict down, have communications. These days, people are pulling out guns for no reason at all, when it could just be a simple argument and handled. Or even if it did get physical, a fight, but not a fatality. Okay, not someone getting hurt, a fatally, somebody getting fatally hurt over just something that you could have analyzed wasn't a serious conflict at all. So we got to start getting out of our ego. We have to start checking ourselves right then and there. If it's a heated debate, whatever it is, if it's somebody that owed you money, because we could get out of sorts. We got to analyze the conflict. Is it worth me going crazy about? If it's not, the second thing I need to do is immediately get over it. And if it's something that I don't want to deal with, find solutions not to deal with that again. Find solutions not to be a part of that. And once you find solutions and you identify the solutions, you can come to an agreement with yourself, like, I'm done with that, I'm good with that. Or if it's two people that's arguing, this is how you can come to the agreement of the conflict. But if it's a conflict and somebody constantly bullying you, you're not doing anything at all to them. That's when we gotta get parents in, authorities in. Is it safe? Is it safe for the children here today? I hope so. Because we have gotten past the normal way that we respond to things. It's just too much conflict going on. So, and just in minor conflicts, back to minor conflicts, just avoiding situations with family members, mates, husbands, wives, um, just learning how to be quiet and not get into our feelings when we see the argument arising or the conflict arising. Just analyzing it. I don't got time because it's just a distraction. That's what it is. If it's a coworker at work, if it's a husband, if it's a wife, sister, brother, it's just a distraction. But like I said, practice make perfect. We all could do better on resolving and avoiding conflict. We all have to take a responsibility on ourselves. If everybody in the world took a responsibility on themselves to start resolving and avoiding conflict, that means staying away from anybody that causes conflict. That means staying away from anybody, any family member, any situation, any place of employment, because we cannot continue to go through life conflicted with conflict. So I just wanted to share a few tips on how to avoid conflict. I hope that this touched someone. Thank you for viewing the video. If you like this video, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. It's a new channel. I just need a little support. The support is free. To share is free. To subscribe is free. And we're going to be doing more great content like this about how to avoid conflict. We're going to be doing illustrations, a lot of great things coming to the channel. I want to thank all of the subscribers that I do have for subscribing, giving me your time, taking the moment. And I want to thank everybody who, if you see this video after it is viewed, just make a comment. The live chat is on, or the chat is on. Make a comment. This is what this channel was about. You letting us know your views. Let me know about some type of conflict you might be having, some type of conflict you may have had a situation in. Just how did you avoid conflict? What did you do? Avoiding conflict is the best feeling in the world because it continues on. It's like it teaches you the first time and then the second time, and as you move on, you're just a pro at avoiding the conflict. Even if you come across someone, even if it's a situation with bad customer service, you know how to handle that. All right, I want to thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Cheryl Shauna, aka Sunshine Murray. I was live on YouTube. Okay, I want you to go on over there to the DET Hip Hop Awards, subscribe to the channel. Check out those Michigan Queens on Facebook. Go Michigan Queens. We won our first game opener. Shout out to AJ and Rosedale Bar and Grill. We went and had a wonderful time there last Saturday, and it was so great. Now listen, Pastor uh, Harriet Tubman of the D, April 9th. This is April the 6th. That's in 3 days. Okay. She's on, hey Sue, how you doing? Thanks for the heart. She's going to be opening up the We Care Center. Please support the We Care Center. It's free. Any of you that could just spend 1 hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes listening to someone talk. You don't have to give them a diagnosis or anything like that. All that you have to do is basically listen to them talk. That would be so great, and we have resources for them. So contact Pastor Joyce Branham, Harriet Tubman of the D, and she's on Facebook. Okay, Joyce Branham. It's on the 9th. Those of you that subscribe to the channel, show up, donate a half an hour, 15 minutes, an hour of your time, however it may it go. And if you need to talk to somebody, okay, then just show up and you can get services. But we want to keep this mental health thing going. Mental health is important. It has a lot to do with us overcoming conflict and avoiding conflict altogether. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. It has a lot to do with us avoiding conflict. Okay. So, and yourself has a lot to do with avoiding conflicts, just staying away from conflicted people. Okay, so like I said, shout out to those Michigan Queens. They won the first game opener. All right. So go and check them out on Facebook. All right. We're having a DET Grammys first annual 420 edition, April the 20th. Tickets are on sale, 4 for $20. That's right. They're only 4 for $20. We got an awesome gift, $500 gift basket set up for you guys. Your ticket is your automatic raffle ticket. We got some good prizes in there. We got some Grammys in there. We got some Eddies in there. We got all that you need to get your 420 off and popping. All right. Go over and follow Sunshine Murray on IG, because I am Sunshine Murray on IG. And I wanted to thank you, Sue, for joining into the video. Thank you for those that's going to join into the video. If anybody has like any comments that you would like to comment, just go ahead and comment. I will still see it. We can still talk about it. We could talk about resolving conflict. We could talk about avoiding conflict. And that's what we need to do. And we got to start somewhere. So that's it for this evening. Those of you that are going to follow me in the morning, I decided to come on at 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. It's going to be What's on Your Mind with Sunshine. We're going to be doing definitely those Cupid readings, the love forecast, answering your questions and giving you everything you need to know to go through your day. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Cheryl Shannon, aka Sunshine Murray.